we've got your back.
Okay, so we're still talking about RSIs. I'm still Dr. Eric. This is still Smith Chiropractic. And in RSIs, the most common are carpal tunnel syndrome, ulnar tunnel syndrome, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and thoracic outlet syndrome. Those are the most common ones. So how do you tell the difference between that and a good old-fashioned pinched nerve where my neck hurts and it shoots down my arm's going numb, or my arm's in pain? Well, the thing you have to understand is that when you pinch a nerve, when you irritate a nerve, it might show up as pain, it might show up as numbness, it might show up as tingling, it might show up as, I had one patient who would feel that ants were crawling on his skin. Very, very specific types of things. It can be very individual. But when you have a tendon or a muscle that's irritated, they just hurt. So if you have numbness, tingling, any kind of neurologic syndrome, sensory problem, and numbness and tingling are probably the most common, and pain is another one. Those kind of things imply that there's a nerve involved. And it may be the nerve is pinched here, but it also might be pinched here. So how do you tell the difference? Okay, the key thing is if you have an RSI, in video 2 of this series, we talked about not just resting. 3 to 7 days, stop the offending activity. Well, it's really hard if the offending activity is typing or mousing, which it is for a lot of us. It's hard not to type at work when your job is to work the computer. Well, the one way you can tell is if activity makes it worse or does activity make it better. So things that are neurologically based, pinched nerves going down the arm, down the leg, typically respond well to hydration, nutrition, and rest, as well as gentle movement. Not go to the gym and work out as hard as you can, but just relax and move. Whereas when you have a joint problem, carpal tunnel, elbows, and shoulders, those typically get worse with movement because you're taking the ligaments, the tendons, the joint structures themselves, and you're working them more, okay? And as you do that, they naturally get more irritated. So if the problem is there at rest, that usually means that it has a neurologic component, and you probably should come in and let's take a look at your neck or your low back and see if you do have an irritated nerve or a pinched nerve, and it may be something that's strictly here, or it may be both. So that's why we're here. We're happy to answer any questions. And just so you know, gang, this video series was for you. Much love. I'll talk to you next week.